Okay, let's look at this chart. This is the euro dollar on the 60-minute time frame. We are still looking at the money spot concept, okay? So for us to understand where the money spot is, we need the overall breach, okay? We need the overall territory and the mini territories, okay? It's this struggle against both of them that creates the money spot, okay? It's two time frames looking at something different, okay? It's a different perspective, and whatever the money spot does, usually the blast happens from there, okay? So just pause the video and think about where these breaches are and where is the money spot. Okay, so we start with the overall territory. We can see that we are going down from here with aggression. We stop here for a moment and we break again. I'm not sure if this is an actual breach from this time frame, but because it's too fast. But whatever. This area here, we went all the way down here, and we hold at this area and then we breach it. Okay, so our big boy is looking down. Okay, from this high here. Okay, this lower high. So this is our guy who started to the downside. And after this, we went all the way to the lows. Okay, this is the maximum point. And this here is a faker, and this here is a faker as well. Okay, so at this point, we are looking from the miniature picture. This was actually a breach. Okay, this here was actually a breach to the downside from the mini picture, not from the overall one. And this miniature guy is a buyer. When it goes above this guy is a buyer. Okay, so this mini guy is looking to buy at this spot, but the breach from your big boy is saying sell. Okay, and you form this range, this congestion at this area. Okay, where both buyers and sellers are trying to fight each other to control the market. Now, I want you to pause this video. We already can see what is happening, okay? I didn't hide it for a reason. I want you to look at this, and because we should be looking to sell this, okay? And we are at the money spot. We can see the seller coming back. Just pause the video and think, what is wrong with this picture, okay? If we had this seller, if we have this buyer resting, and we have this test here, why didn't this sell perform? Okay, so look at the money spot. Try to see what are the clues that we have for this money spot to not work in favor of the big boy, because usually it favors the big boy. But this time it didn't. Just check these conditions and we will discuss it later. Okay, so when we are looking at this money spot, as I said before, usually in the money spot, the big boy wins, okay? But it's usual, it's not the entire time. What happens here, we have this buyer coming up, pausing. If we start to gauge momentum, right? Pausing a bit here. And it goes higher, rests, goes higher again, one last try, a lot of strength in this buy, okay? And seller picks up. Okay, so seller didn't pick up from the breach line, from this area, didn't pick up that much. And this buyer had his last run and he rested 110, 120%. Okay, all the way to the mini breach line from this buyer. Okay, so he's holding at this spot. When we have this kind of rests, we know that, okay, we need to allow this buyer to go one more time. But when this buyer goes one more time, he goes, pauses a bit, goes, pauses a bit, goes, pauses a bit, goes. What the hell? He's on the other side of this rest. Okay? So in this area where the buyer should fade, he's actually struggling to go higher, but where the hell is the seller? the seller is not winning against the buyer. Okay? Even though at this spot the seller came in with strength, even went lower than the place where the buyer started. It even went lower, okay? But the buyer could inch his way up all the time. Okay? And at this area here, we don't see sellers at all. Okay? All of this area is the money spot. And what the money spot shows you is that the seller is no longer there. Okay? He's no longer there. You see the buyer still winning, and the seller, where the hell is he? Okay? And when this happens, and it goes all the way, and even goes above the guy who started, look at the sell here. Okay? If we needed to place any type of order to buy, because this would be a counter trend, if we would place our order to buy, our safest bet was here at this spot. Okay? Because this seller is showing that is no longer in the picture. Okay? And eventually it goes higher and higher. So this is one of those examples. It's an odd one because in this area where your big boy should kick in is not kicking in. Okay? And this money spot area is showing you that something is wrong here. Okay? Before you even see the movement, you can see that something is wrong inside this money spot. Okay? Another place for you to understand if that big boy was there or not, look at the strength here and here and here, and look at the strength here. Okay? This last push is so weak. I mean, it went slightly below. Not much, okay? Compared to the first pushes. So at this spot, we have this kind of information here, and we have all the money spot information there, okay? You bind those two together, and you start to have a clear picture of what is happening inside that money spot, okay? I hope that you like this example. There's a lot of details inside it, and it's also an odd one where the money spot is going in a different direction from your big boy. Okay? Cheers.